Hello, Aries. Welcome to my podcast. This is Andrea. I'm going to give you your March 2021 tarot reading. So, relationships are going to be important in March for you, Aries. One of them, the message I get here is, where is my freedom in this? What is my choice? Is anybody listening to what I want in this relationship? If that's important to you, I'm just letting you know that that's going to stand out loud and clear in the month of March. Um, you know, for some of you who are not in a relationship or maybe dating someone, your question will be, what is this long term? Is there something that's going to develop out of this for long term? Some of you have been with somebody long term, and now you want to know if this is ever going to graduate into something else. Okay. I feel like that also it's about confidence with some of you. Okay. Not all of you. Of course, this reading isn't going to resonate with all of you, but I feel like it has something to do with confidence, the lack of self-esteem to get out there and find somebody in your life, or just kind of, not push, but really make your participation in this relationship well known. Hey, this is what I want. This is where we're going. I want you to listen to me. I want you to hear my dreams, not just yours. Okay, because some of you, I feel like, are dealing with some very selfish partners. Also, too, like the focus, I feel like, will be on children. Some of you are planning a family, or maybe you're in this position where you feel like you're getting older and, maybe you feel like your fertility time is running out. Don't pressure yourself here. It's okay to take a look at this, but don't put pressure or stress on yourself over this, okay? Look at the options that you have. That doesn't necessarily mean that options are, I have a partner right now, but look at the options of, what are you doing as far as looking for a partner? What are you doing even in the midst of this COVID that's still hanging around? What are you doing to create new avenues for yourself? I feel like for some of you, you might feel actually a bit competitive in March. It's possible that you're working with a team, or you're working and you're making good money. Some of you aren't. But I feel like there's a bit of competition. Some of you might be there might be some jealousy about you, about what you're accomplishing. There could be, or it could be vice versa. You could be jealous of someone who's doing well, or maybe even over someone's child who may have progressed, and maybe you don't see the same for your children. But remember, what you see in others, in the light, in goodness, in blessings, you only receive back also. Okay? Your thoughts always have a reciprocal. So whatever you send out is going to eventually come back to you. So be conscious of that. I also just feel like that some of you might be dealing, I'm getting something to do with your neck or your back. This could even be your hips. This might be a month where you might feel a bit more pain. You might decide you want to go have this checked out further. Also, too, you might know someone who's set to have surgery or had surgery and is still on the mend. I think for some of you, some of the plans that you may have had for March, you might actually be disappointed. I see that there could be a sudden change with that. Let me see here as we're going what that change possibly could be. No, I think it's a good change. I think for some of you who have been very deep into self, or deep into your own pain and heartbreaks, or even physical pain, there is an outlet here, because what I'm seeing the changes is you're going to seek higher wisdom, higher knowledge, different forms of healing to heal these wounds. Because I feel like also too in March that there's just, wow, I thought I was over this, and something releases from the subconscious, and it's painful. It's a memory. Something triggers it. Okay, but you have the opportunity to heal this. All right, just taking a look here. What else we got going? I do feel like some of you may feel I wanted to say abundance of stress at work. Okay, that's another thing I feel like that some of you need to work with, as things start to heal up in our outer world. Maybe there's more job opportunities, and you might be looking at maybe this is where I need to make the change. Also, too, you're going to require a little bit more rest in March. I feel like you're also going to require a little bit more of silence. Some of it might be because you might find yourself in a struggle or an argument with others, not seeing your viewpoint. But also, I feel like you need to see their viewpoint, too. It's going to be okay. I just feel that there are some disappointments over someone close to you. It could be anybody. I think this is something that you need to step out of. That's the message I'm getting here. You need to walk away from it. You need to let that person find their own way. You need to stop attaching yourself to some people in your life. Either they're going to walk away or you're going to walk away. And that's okay, because I feel like it's going to be very healthy for you if they do so, or if you do so. I know it might actually hurt. Some of you might be actually glad that this happened, because I do feel freedom. I do feel freedom and a sense of peace when this situation does end for you. Okay. What other messages, Spirit, here? Let's see. I still feel like some of you are looking to invest into something. Get this feeling that you just want to kind of expand your horizons. You want to expand your life. You don't want to depend on the everyday 9-to-5 job. It looks good. I think that you just need to explore it a bit more. Don't be in a rush to sign agreements. I feel like for some of you, money might be a little bit tight in March. This could be like what took place in February with the Mercury retrograde. So you might be looking at things and you feel like, okay, you know what, money's a little tight. But you don't really have to be so hard on yourself financially, because you've got here some good cards that if you just release this to the universe, if you're just positive in your intentions, you learn to shift your thoughts from negative to positive, you really got some wonderful magic happening. Lots of magic happening in March. So I'd like to see a lot of you get to that by just releasing the way you're thinking, by replacing it with a very positive or enlightened thought, by creating beautiful metaphors around things that seem to be negative, and just looking at things entirely different than you normally do. I think that's one of your biggest changes that wants to come in and manifest for you, is to see things in a different light. All right, well, just looking here a little bit more at love. And I feel like you're going to achieve happy moments, but I do feel like you have to house clean. I just be honest with you. You've got decisions to make. You really want to feel that beautiful love at its highest possibilities, but you've got to be that love too, and Honestly, what you can't complete in love, you will complete in unconditional love. And what you can't complete in unconditional love, you will complete with love. So don't worry so much about the love. Just become it so that you're higher you have higher vibrations, higher frequencies to draw in that love. Because you really have beautiful cards for this. But you're going to have to get a little magical. Okay? You definitely have the energy for love. I do feel like that comes in. It may have already, you may have already be feeling this, although I'm not doing this reading to the end of February. But you may already be feeling that, spring is around the corner. Some of you might already be feeling spring weather. And that just gives you that inspiration to move forward. But some of you are quite sad also too of relationships that you've been into that are just not moving anywhere. And that's your message to not just sit around and think about it, like change it. Don't sit around and think about it. Just think about like, okay, where am I picking up my surfboard and what waves am I going to ride now? I want to ride good waves. I want to be successful on this surfboard. Yeah, some of you just have a hard time leaving memories behind, like I feel like you're just still going around and around with things that already happened. You could be communicating with a partner that you went through all of this with, and you just keep thinking about things that have already happened. You need to work more in the present moment to see things how they truly are. Going back into the past and remembering all those painful moments isn't serving you any justice. It's not fair to you and it's not fair to the other person, honestly. I don't care how much they hurt you, to be honest with you. That happened. You're not going to be able to see unless you get present if that person is still out to hurt you, is the same character as they were before, same attitude as they were before, or if they have actually changed and are presenting, a new journey, a new path with you. All right? Okay, so thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for listening. It's always a pleasure doing your reading. Take care.